Pathmark is the intelligent tool for website lead generation. With increasing online competition, over 98% of website visitors don't convert. The ability to successfully show your value proposition and support visitors in their buying journey separates you from the competition online. Pathmark qualifies and converts leads on your website by figuring out where they are in the buying journey and influencing them in key decision moments with relevant micro experiences like case studies, intro videos, and much more. Stay relevant to your visitors and increase conversions by 50%. Add Pathmark to your website in seconds. Let the AI do all the work and get access to 50% more qualified leads while you keep doing marketing and sales as usual. Check us on pathmark.com. Welcome to today's episode. Let's talk about today's guest. We have Harry from Reviver, marketing manager with them. How are you doing today, Harry?
Hey, Ernesto, how are you? Thank you for having me on today. Feel honored.
It's great to have you on. You're letting me know a little bit about Reviver and what you guys are doing. It's amazing. So the first question, right, Harry? So that way our listeners can get a better understanding of Reviver. In your own words, tell us a little bit more.
Absolutely. So start it off, Reviver. We are the first digital license plate manufacturers. We're based here in Granite Bay, California. For those of you who don't know, Granite Bay is in the Sacramento metropolitan area. It's not as exciting when you think of like Sacramento, but it's like the capital of California. So that's where we're based out, and we make the smart digital license plates. And the fun fact about that is that I was a customer first. When I came across the product, I was just sold by the look, its sleek look, its app functionalities where you could pay your in-app, you could pay for your vehicle registration in-app, which means no more going to the DMV. And we're bringing convenience to motorists, and where you can go directly into the app and you could pay for your vehicle registration. And we offer some exciting features for you to connect with your vehicle. For example, you could toggle light mode, dark mode. You could add a custom banner message up to 27 characters. And we have several fonts that you can select up to. And we are working in the process of releasing new fonts, new emojis, and like new features down the road. But our main product is the Reviver art plate, which is right here. You can see this is the world's first digital license plate. It's available in dark mode, and this one has the custom vanity plate that is the support cancer one. So if you do have a vanity plate that you bought that supports a certain cause to the DMV, the imagery will be transferred over to this plate.
Definitely. All right. That's awesome to hear, right? I think that's one of the things that people don't imagine, that it could go into the technology world, right? So it's awesome to hear that part.
Absolutely.
I mean, is it assumed to say that your segment, your ICP is anyone that would own a car or somebody else that out there?
Good question. So ideally, we would want our plates on every type of automobile out there. But right now, with the current laws, we're only able to place our R plates on vehicles, just regular, your sedans, SUVs, pickup trucks. One day we would love to tap into motorcycles, boats, buses, commercial big rig trucks. But as of now, it's just strictly automobiles. And we are available in 3 states. We're available in California, Michigan, and Arizona.
All right, awesome. And so and then how would someone usually find out about you? Say I'm in California. How would I find out about Reviver? Is there a top client acquisition channel for you guys?
Yes, and that's actually social media. And I'm proud to say that like the marketing team and our marketing initiatives are being recognized by audiences, multiple audiences. And what I mean by that is, when I'm on the road, when I see another passenger with a Reviver R plate, I will, in a subtle way, make an indication, not in a non-creepy way, but like, hey, let's. I like your plate. So that if we get a moment to chat, I'll be like, hey, I'm a marketing manager here at Reviver. I'm super pleased to see you got one. Like, it's super nice, and then they'll share their moment, like how they got one, and it's just nice to, and when I ask like where they, how they find out about it, they're like, oh, through your guys' marketing efforts through social media. And they've been checking out our Instagram page or our X page. So like, it's nice to know that our marketing content is resonating with our intended audience. And when we speak to our customers, they're super pleased. They're like, it just has to be on my car. Like, for example, bulk of our customers come from or Tesla owners, and their common response is that, hey, like I've seen other Tesla owners have it. We thought it just looked like a original fit that came from Tesla. So for some Tesla owners, that's how it just feels. It just feels like it's a natural product that comes within the car, or that Tesla has built in. So those are like, then when we have customers that say that, then it becomes like a word of mouth. So not only is our social media presence one of our top acquisition channels, but also it's word of mouth. And we're partnered with several dealerships. So we have a direct e-commerce business to consumer model, but then we also have a B2C model that comes through our dealership partners. So our dealerships then advocate for the product. We provide them adequate training on how to use the app and how to set up the R plate and like showcase the different highlighted, some of our key features. And then lastly, we also have a B2B business, which is we sell to commercial fleets. So mainly we talked about, just general, B2C, just general consumers, but we also have a business side of the company, which is where we work with commercial fleet vehicles. And so that's a growing part of our business that we would love to tap more into.
Definitely, that's important. And so that way our listeners who are tuned in could go ahead and visit you guys and get in touch with you. You could always check them out at reviver.com. What role then does the website play for client acquisition, Harry?
So great question, Ernesto. So the website right now, as if it serves as a way, it serves to inform users about like the art play, what's it all about. So like that's one thing that I would say that we've highlighted on our website is when you go to the reviver.com, you see a video on the homepage. And when the video auto plays, it shows you the functionality of the app, of the art plate, like what the art plate's all about. So like it tells a story of like a person's journey, like when they go through, they're driving around with their car, whether it's just coming home or whether they're, off out in the wilderness. It showcases not only its sleek look, but its durability. It is heat proof, waterproof, and it is ice proof. So we've tested the product in very different harsh conditions, and it comes out. It's a very durable product. So our homepage or our website hones in on that. Like it hones in on the look and the feel of the product, but also the product's durability and some of its key functions.
Definitely important. All right, great to hear that. And on that note, then, Harry, is there any tools or tips or methods that you would recommend to our listeners as far as some website lead generation?
Yeah, I would say for listeners, I would say definitely strategize your marketing strategy on where for example, like if you want to focus your marketing initiatives, you want to focus on tofu, then make sure you are all about, building awareness. Like for example, when I joined the organization, just maybe about to be 6 months in, one thing that we had noticed were that Reviver had a lot going on. It was scrambled. Like people didn't know what it was. So one of the initiatives that I took on was that, hey, like before we execute on BOFU, bottom of the funnel, let's focus on like our top of the funnel content. Let's bring in more awareness. Let's start looking into our keywords and let's create more of a search intent purpose. Like what is, the digital license plate? What is all about? What is Reviver? Who is it founded by? Who is our founder? Like to originate a story. Like that's what I felt it was lacking. Like, so like we catered our marketing strategies to be focused on the story. And then from there, we leverage our other marketing channels, and then we leverage, more awareness. If we see there's intent to purchase, then we'll, for example, if it's our dealership customers or commercial fleet customers, then we'll get our sales rep in and we'll get them educated on the product or schedule a demo call with them. So we get that, and then once we know that that's going, then we'll move over to the the bottom of the funnel content, which was, we know, like, okay, this customer has been visiting the website, they checked out a few times, they have a high intent, we'll throw in, like a 15% discount for them. We noticed for a while, if they haven't been, and we do have an abandoned cart procedure that we have, that we sell or we send out 4 emails through to our customers throughout a process, and then that way we encourage sales too. So going back to your question, is that we are all about leveraging storytelling.
Definitely important, right? I think storytelling is an important part of people's buying journey. So awesome to hear that. Thanks for sharing that, Harry. Now let's switch gears a little bit, Harry, and let's talk about you. You being the marketing manager there for Reviver, what are some key tasks you'd like to focus on your day-to-day work?
Man, so one thing I wanted to know is that we are a startup. But being at a startup, you get to wear many different hats. One thing I love about the job, as much as I love about that, the con of that could be, there's so many different tasks, and you got to like prioritize. And I have so many key day-to-day tasks, and one of them being is, finding is content creation, managing our social media, and also partnerships. So for me, like, I've noticed that we have a kind of, we're seeing traction in the partnership realm. So majority of my priorities is to like find and connect with influencers. So we're going out our marketing program of ours, figuring out who are some ideal partners and how we can best resonate. And some of the partners that we have are connected with or connecting with happen to be fans of the products. So it makes it a lot easier. So right now, that's what I'm building out here at Reviver, is our partnership program. So alongside with content creation and social media marketing managing, or other, working in other functions such as email or product, partnership marketing is my main priority.
All right, awesome. It's great to hear that. And in that time that you do have a bit of a time available, how do you stay up to trends in marketing and all the strategies that come out every month? Is there a specific channel that you'd like to stay up to date with all that?
Yeah, so I am big on medium.com. I am big on being on LinkedIn. I'm connected with several different marketing organizations. One organization that I'm part of is PMA, which is Product Marketing Alliance. So before I joined Reviver, majority of my marketing career was in product marketing. I love product marketing. I love leveraging storytelling and building out the right persona. So by by leveraging that, I figured by joining Reviver, I was able to leverage that here. And one way, since it's a new organization, a new product, there's so much going on. I tend to lean back and I go to HubSpot, or I will go to my marketing peers at PMA, join the Slack channel, just Slack a question away, or go on medium.com. And sometimes if I really just want to get to cut to the chase, I'll even use Reddit or YouTube, because those are quick and efficient, especially Reddit. So those are my main channels where I go to. And lastly, if I can, I will make an attempt to go to marketing conferences, depending on my schedule availability. But most of them are just, I can quick and easy hop on a website and get that information.
Definitely important. All right, awesome to hear that, Harry. Thanks for sharing that. And let's jump into our next section here, Harry, which is our rapid fire question rounds. Are you ready for them?
Sure.
Awesome. Well, first off, Harry, what is the last book that you read?
Good question, man. I love to read a lot, so that's another source where I get my information. I tend to read a lot of different books. The last book that I read was Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. It's a book that I came across that showed The Patient on Apple TV of Steve Carell. Forgot who the main villain was, but Steve Carell is a psychiatrist, and he takes care of this. He gets unfortunately kidnapped by his patient. And in that show, not to ruin it if you haven't seen it, it's a really interesting scene where the psychiatrist and the patient, they have this unique relationship, and where Steve Carell brings up this book called Viktor Frankl, by Viktor Frankl, Man's Search for Meaning. And that book is it really questions you, it motivates you to look for meaning, no matter what stage in life you are, whether you're in a pleasant time, whether you're in a difficult time. How do you stay mentally strong? So that was a book that was discussed on a show, and it was just surprisingly, I just looked it up, and I ended up reading that book. And man, I'm a fan. I highly recommend reading it.
Definitely. All right. Awesome. Very great to share that with us and for our listeners as well. Next up then is, what is that one single thing that Reviver is focused on at the moment the most?
Right now, it's I would say state expansion. We would love to expand throughout the various different we would love to become nationwide, because as I mentioned earlier in the call, we are currently legal to purchase in 3 states, and we do have other states that are on the roadmap, which are Colorado, Georgia, and Florida for this year's roadmap. However, we would love to be, nationwide, and it's one of the major hurdles is state legislature. As much as we appreciate our partnership with them, but there's a lot of educating we have to do, and then also with law enforcement is another valued partner of ours that we have to educate. So right now it's focused on getting legal items, but education is one of our big components, is making sure that we are selling the story and making sure and letting our audience know that, hey, this product is a great way to it modernizes your license plate, but yours at the same time your information is secure, and it adds more convenience for you. So it's a lot of education, awareness, and finally we'd love to be nationwide, eventually international too, because as you can see here, we've been getting a lot of demand from Dubai. Dubai had reached out to us. They wanted us to come up with a prototype that models a European license plate. So we got this for them here. We're excited to share that, as we're making progress nationwide, we'll soon be available international soon.
Definitely. All right. Great to hear that. The expansion. And next is, now, if there would be no boundaries in technology, Harry, what would be that one thing that you want to have fixed for your role as a marketer today?
Man, that's a great question, Ernesto. I would say, since I heavily rely on ChatGPT, I just wish that ChatGPT offered unlimited access to things. Like, for example, I would love to go ahead and schedule certain tasks through ChatGPT. Like, I tend to look for certain keywords, look certain trends through Google Trends, or use SEMrush. As much as I love doing that manually, I would just wish that I could just use ChatGPT to go ahead and just automate it and keep doing its thing, so it dishes back information. But unfortunately, ChatGPT has its limitations. It has its data limit to data, how far it could pull back its data. So I wish it was more robust as let's say the Google search engine. But hey, one day at a time, we'll get there.
Definitely. Right. Great to hear that. Now, if there's one repetitive task that you could automate, what would that be?
It would be to automate our social media posting. Since we're a small team, it's just a marketing team of my boss and I, Edie, who's the VP of marketing. So her and I, we're a scrappy team of 2, and then I cannot forget our wonderful graphic designer Steven. So we're a small team of 3, and some of the responsibility I have are making sure to build out our social media marketing efforts. It's so, as much as I love doing that, but sometimes it could just be tedious to go out, and schedule them. So I just wish ChatGPT or a tool like that could just I could just automate a bulk of them. Yeah, I could just make it I know there's new tools like Sprout Social and all, which are great, which I use a lot. But I just wish it could be more automated, maybe using ChatGPT or to do that. Also, maybe find topics or what's trending and what kind of themes are trending on social media. I feel those, if I could automate those, that'd be wonderful.
All right, great to hear that. And lastly, Harry, what is that one piece of advice that you would give yourself if you were to restart your journey as a marketer today?
Man, that's a great question, Ernesto, and thank you for asking that. Man, so one fun fact I'd like to share with the audience is that I'm a late bloomer when it comes to marketing. Even though I graduated back in 2015 with a degree in marketing, I didn't start marketing maybe 2, or maybe safe to say 3 to 4 years later. I was I was working for the state government at the time, and also had a fortunate opportunity to work for the federal government as a translator. I was just kind of listening to my parents, who were former state employees. They wanted me to stay in government and move up or get into accounting and finance, and marketing wasn't something that I guess was kind of like my parents knew much of. So like they kind of advised me against it, even though I know it was my internal passion. But I was a late bloomer. But hey, ever since I got started in marketing, never looked back, and loved all the opportunities I've had. There are one opportunity or one lesson or life lesson I would love to share with the aspiring marketers or marketers out there is, if you know you love marketing, just go out and do it. Like, you can get started on it. Don't hesitate for that one job. I'm only going to be able to start my marketing career once I get a job or so. You can, in the meantime, sharpen your skills. Go on HubSpot.com, go to Medium.com, or stay connected on LinkedIn. See what are the trends on marketing are, and build yourself a marketing project. What I mean by that, pick a product, create a product. You go on Shopify.com or so, or come up with a make-believe product or so, or strategy, or find a product and build it out. So that and test it out in the market. Create blogs, create content. Create a social media channel for it. Basically, be proactive. Since marketing is such a hands-on discipline, and without having a job, it could sometimes, or the internship experience, which I had lacked, it could be kind of hard to get into the industry because it's ever changing. There's so many different new updates and new tools that come out, new strategies that you by not being in on the know, you could get discouraged. So my thing is, don't be discouraged. A job will be there. Always stay learning. Always keep learning and stay on top of the trends, and give yourself that project that you can build. You can showcase to your employer, like, hey, like I written this blog post, or I created this social media content. It harnessed this many number of impressions and views and click-through rates. That way you start learning the lingo. Once you start learning the lingo, then it's easier to get in, and you can conceptualize the actual marketing, projects and campaigns and etc. So educating yourself, and then don't be afraid to get your hands dirty.
Definitely awesome. Some great advice there. Thank you so much, Harry, for sharing that. And well, Harry, we are coming to the end here of the show. I do want to thank you for being on with us. And let's say, everyone, our listeners forget everything that they heard today. But what do you think that they should keep in their mind, right? What is that one thing they should remember about Reviver?
One thing about Reviver that they should remember is that this digital license plate makes your overall lifestyle more convenient, and you have all the necessary information in your app. Through your app, you could go ahead and register your vehicle renewal, be reminded, and avoid unnecessary fees. But at the same time, you can also customize your car. So it's bringing that whole motorist ownership sort of duties that you have to at ease. So it's all about convenience. It's adding convenience to your lifestyle.
Definitely great to hear that so much. And well, to our listeners, I do want to thank all of you for being tuning in today. Harry, I do want to thank you for being on with us today, and I'm looking forward to our next episode at Path Monk Presents. Thanks a lot, Harry.
Yeah, thank you.